like to note that we have turned the tide. We have turned back similar laws in multiple states across this country, similar voter suppression efforts, and everywhere from Wisconsin to Minnesota to North Carolina to Texas, Florida, Mississippi, Michigan, Virginia, through a combination of getting governors, even Republican governors like McDonnell and Snyder, to stand up and veto or threaten to veto similar bills so that they would not come forward, working with states to actually overturn these laws and to turn them back before they can be voted into law, getting DOJ to take action, and filing lawsuits. We are cautiously optimistic after hearing the arguments today that Pennsylvania will rejoin our country's great democracy by invalidating this law. There's reason to be hopeful. We saw the Supreme Court's Chief Justice really seemed to be perturbed by the state's arguments. We saw the state again concede that the universe here is larger than the state's capacity to produce IDs could accommodate. They can do about 45,000 IDs a month in this state. You have a universe that they say could be as small as 90,000, could be as big as 900,000, but there's less than 2 months left. And so we're cautiously optimistic. Jerry, do you have any comments?
I just want to thank the National President for being here, first of all. I think it brings a lot of attention to this crisis that we've been having in Pennsylvania since the spring. We're also agree that we're cautiously optimistic. The tone of the questions from the justices across the spectrum, both Republican justices as well as Democrats, seem to really go to the heart of the issue, which is one, the constitutionality of this act, which the NAACP believes is unconstitutional. The second is, just heard our National President say, the implementation factor is an impossible goal to reach because the numbers are too great. PennDOT doesn't even exist in 13 counties of Pennsylvania, and there's no other alternative to get people the kinds of IDs that qualify. Finally, I would say that Justice McDermott really summed it up when he said, I hold a Supreme Court ID signed by my Chief Justice. It gets me into this building, meaning City Hall. It opens locked doors, but because it doesn't have an expiration date as required by Pennsylvania, I can't use it to vote. How meaningful is that if a Supreme Court justice couldn't use his own ID to vote in his own state?